Shalom, shalom. This is Mark by Yashar Allah Banaparium. This is Mark son of Israel son of Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to the Akim Magwaf and the buying that's tuned into this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. We might do a quick lesson discussing, what's to come, right? What's to come is it's about to get, people say it's about to get crazy, right? Now it's a lot of stuff that's happening, a lot of different things that are happening, a lot of moving pieces, right? And we're getting closer and closer to like Jacob's trouble to really hitting, right? I'm gonna do this right here. Federal judge blocks Trump administration from ending temporary legal status for many Haitians. Last week, DHS announces terminating the legal protections as soon as September 2nd, setting more than 500,000 Haitians up for potential deportation. A federal judge in New York on Tuesday blocked the Trump administration from ending temporary legal status for more than 500 Haitians who are already in 500,000 Haitians who are already in the United States. District Court Judge Brian M. Cogan in New York ruled that moving up the expiration of the temporary protected status, or TPS, by at least 5 months of Haitians, some who live in the U.S. more than a decade, is unlawful, right? So I see that they're trying to be somewhat, they're trying to make it fair, but it's going to get to that point where they're still going to start deporting Haitians. They deported, which is deporting Levites, right? They're going to start, they already started deporting, Israelites, right? But when they started deporting Haitians, they're just gonna go at anybody that looked like a Jake. They was already going at anyone that looked like they was from the Northern Tribe. It was people that were supposedly legal that were getting sent away, right? Now look at this. Trump tours alligator Alcatraz today before his first arrivals are expected. Let's look at first. Do you want to see? You see this? That looks like a concentration camp. Do you see the cages? And matter of fact, let's just. You see what that is? There's no security for them. If they want to escape, they have to go past water with alligators in there. So they did it on purpose, right? That's just like when they used to put the alligator, the slavery babies as alligator bait. It's essentially the same thing, right? This is in Florida, a prison in Florida. Dehumanizing. It's right, but it's only going to get worse, right? Now he just passed the big beautiful bill, right? A lot of different things in there: money for deportation, border wall, golden dome. We got the tax cuts, taking stuff away from like the Medicaid, this EBT, the SNAP. A lot of that stuff was used by older people, or just a lot of people, Jakes. This Jakes, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be taken away, right? Taking away taking away clean energy and more. Right now, I'm not gonna continue this deep dive into that bill completely, but you see, like, you're taking stuff away from Jakes that was supposed to help us, even though this nothing really helps us in this because this is slavery regardless, and then money for deportations, right? So this is an end, but this is in Esau's nature, right? But also this is going to push us closer to Jacob's trouble, to all perdition and all craziness and all hell when all hell breaks loose. This is pushing us closer and closer. So ultimately, they're doing this thinking, haha, f you guys, but it's really haha. It's bringing the demise closer and faster. Adoratazah, it can't come any day sooner. Adoratazah comes sooner. The book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. We can go through history and see different things that they done all the way back to Rome, right? And just they kind of this profane. They're this evil people, right? Kind of pregnant woman open. See who died first, the woman or the baby. Taking the baby, using it as alligator bait. The book called the Delectable Negro. They would eat black folk, so it's like they would eat Jake. they it's so much you can go into that. And if we could just go into like the Caribbean islands, right, where they was buck breaking, or we could do what they did to like the northern tribes, right? It's this is pure wickedness, right? It's a book of Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Adonai Yahweh from the west, and his glory from a rising sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Adonai Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Now the enemy's about to come in like a flood, right? You see all the stuff that's happening? Slocky, slocky. Had a little hiccup. Uh, all the stuff with these bills being passed, everything that's being pushed, the alligator Alcatraz, the deportation of northern tribe, to now they about to start deporting the southern tribes, right? Uh, it's only going to get worse. They're only going to add more and more and more to get the shot at, even though the power is already in their hand, but to shift even more power into their hand. It's only going to continue to get worse. But this is because this is how they're going to come in like a flood. They're going to come in a flood. They're going to put some people in jail. Some people just be thrown into them concentration camps. Some people are going to be martyrs, right? They're going to be killed because we're going to say we're Israelite. I'm tribe Ephraim, and I'm going to take that to the death, right? So it's a lot of things that's about to get bad, and this is really just the start of it. And this is the issue, right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We are not in authority. We're still, just like the precept says, I've seen kings and princesses walking on the feet and slaves riding on a horse, right? So like if I paraphrase it wrong. But essentially that's what it's saying. We're not ruling right now. But the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. It's mourning. The earth is dying. The people are upset. Everyone's mad. Is not the wicked is in rule, right? Job 9:24, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? One, you know who run the world. Run this world. You know what I'm saying? So-called white man, right? He says he covered the. People say, no, you can't say that. That's not true. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where? Who is he? We can go into second Maccabees. I believe it's second Maccabees. Matter of fact, I'm not. I'm just gonna bring it up. I'm glad I brought it out because I was wrong. It's First Maccabees, the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48, and it reads, "And laid open the book of law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images." Right. So if you read in Revelation, and you talking about is brass, a burnt brass, which is a very dark person, right, and woolly hair, which is nappy hair, right, is you know it is describing a Jake, or what people call a black man. How the hell did we get long, stringy, white, blonde hair with blue eyes? Because this, right? And that we go back to this, cover the faces of the judges, so we know who. Now we know who the wicked, and we can see that there. We can now understand why everyone's mourning and why everything's bad, right? And why these laws that get passed are so wicked, and why cops can kill people and just essentially retire early will leave, right? And all these wicked and evil things that happen, now we can understand. We can put pieces together like a puzzle. It's like this, but here's this is what all this stuff is pushing us to. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Essentially saying this, we're going to a troubling time where people will be scared to death, fighting for their life, trying to figure out they're going to eat and all that stuff. And right here is the verse, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, there is none, so that none is like it. It is even time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All these things that these people are doing, they are coming down like a flood and all that stuff. They're trying to to enforce. Is just going to push us into Jacob's trouble, the peak of Jacob's trouble. And Adoron desire that is the will of the Lord, because the faster this gets moving, the faster we get saved and get out of here and get back put in our rightful steed. This lesson was edifying and enlightening too. Got to give all praises and honors to my power Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom to the Akim Magwaf and the buying that tuned into this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children tuned into this video. Shalom.